My Gavanen Melunin, and well met indeed, which is what My Gavanen Melunin means. I am Arachir Galadirthan. I am the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. And welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on some 4 weeks later with the Adûnâim campaign. I am, for those of you who have not known where I've been gone, now living in my own home with my girlfriend, Jessica. And I'm recording this from my new games room, which is just a converted second bedroom. But above my computer, I must just first start with, on the shelves above my screen, is my entire Lord of the Rings collection. And it takes up two 79cm long shelves. And it's bloody glorious. We are, of course, playing as the Adûnâim, but a brief little return to the channel information first. This week there will not be a Legolas and Gimli lore video. I'm hoping to do that next week. The amount of time it has taken to set up our house, build everything, paint everything, decorate, get the carpet in, do everything, it's taken much longer than anticipated. And so I haven't had any time to do the prep work. Although not much is really known about them, so it won't take all that long, which is why it should hopefully be next week. So this week will just be 2 Adûnâim and 2 Lothlorien to get us back on to where we should be going. Another little brief thing to mention is that I have been completely away whilst Total War Center have run their modding awards for 2017. And I'm pleased to say that without any advertisement from myself whatsoever, Divide and Conquer has yet again won the most popular submod in the Medieval 2 category, which means, you'll be very pleased to hear, we have now won for 5 years in a row. And if I may just twiddle my own moustache and blow my own horn for a moment, for 4 of those 5 years, I have been the head of the mod. Now, of course, that is not to say that it is all me. It is not. 2016 and 2017 wins are entirely Racer, Hummingbird, RK, and, of course, the Elite Dwarf. But I did also win the second favourite modder. I didn't win the favourite modder. It's very difficult to beat Gigantus, but I actually did beat Gigantus, and he came 3rd. And I was voted as the second most popular modder in the Medieval 2 category for 2017. So thank you all very much for that. And finally, before we dive in, the last little thing I must say is that last time I checked, I had about 29,950 odd subscribers. And now I have, not only do I have 30,000, but I've got almost 500 on from 30,000 already. And so thank you to everyone who continues to find me entertaining, continues to watch, and tunes in to these little sections of Lord of the Rings, which I am absolutely, now that I've started, I am so thrilled to be back. 4 weeks off is such a long time. You get a sort of lethargic mentality and you think, oh, I've gone so long without doing it, should I even bother? But no, I'm glad I've sat down and I'm doing it, and I'm just enjoying it. So there we are. So this week there'll just be 2 Adûnâim, 2 Lothlorien, and then next week there'll be a lore video, and then who knows where we will go from there, branching out into worlds new and unknown. To bring us back to this campaign then, the current situation is of course very dire. We are at war with the dwarves of Adûnâim, who are soundly kicking us back. They are also at war with Dunland, who they have also beaten back. The elves are currently besieging Buzzardom, and I'm about to fight that battle just to kill them. Or we might wait it out, they might attack us actually. Otherwise though, we're bringing an army back to Harlond, who is going to take up control of this meagre force, really. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe nip in and steal Mittelon so that Lindon are erased. Although they're acting as something of a buffer at the moment, which is quite nice. Although I think I did actually have plans to sail all the way down here. But then quite a few people did comment and say that's useless. While yes, Mordor won't be able to steal anything from you and it will give you somewhere to take, it's diverting way too many troops away from the front, which is, of course, up here. I should also just note, taking away from the game for one moment, if anything sounds particularly peculiar with my microphone or anything like that, then do please leave feedback. I will see the comments to this video before I record the next one for this week, so I will know anything. It might be a bit more echoey than it used to be. And I'm just stamping and taking claim of that now because I'm no longer in my bedroom, so I don't have the bedding to soften the blow. I am just in a room. Although it's got very plush carpet on the floor, I must say. But otherwise, there's nothing really in here to dampen the sound, I don't think. So I'll see how it is. Although last time I did the test, I did have a window open, so that might have affected it. But I think we can just dive in then. So we're either about to end the turn, or possibly Adûnâim is about to attack Captain Thulin.
I'll rip off your head and spit down your will.
As we are mustering a secondary army there. Oh yeah, a big army there. How long has Buzzardum got until it's returned? 6 turns. And he's got hardly anything. That's what makes me want to rush out. We can shoot him with the Tarukratan Ballistai for as long as we want, and he'll just sit there and take it. We will attack, because that's good fun to start the us off with, isn't it? To war then, my brothers. Oh, even though we outnumber them 3-1, apparently they're going to win. Oh, they've got 2 generals. That's why. It's been quite a time since we've been here. I'm a little lower than I used to be. I've got a brand new desk, courtesy of Ingvar Kamprad of IKEA fame, although he's passed away, but his company lives on. And it's called a Hemnes desk, if you're interested. Very, very useful. Right, here we are. Welcome to the battle for Buzzardum. There they are, out there with their elven contraptions. Oh, they're vibrating the ladders. They're so eager to run away. Oh, they are looking good though, aren't they? Especially with the highest graphic settings that this can now actually perform in. Right, what we're going to want to do is get our ballistai, plural, up to the front, if possible. Oh, come along now. There must be a way to get you there. They're having none of it, are they? Where are you at the moment? Quite a way away. It's just that there's a time limit and you take so long to move. If I could get you closer, that would be much appreciated. Come on, you bastards. No, it's not going to work, is it? They're not going to move. And the other one's in the middle, isn't it? Yeah. That is as close as they will go. Yeah. Very well, so be it. Sorry everyone, we're going to have to watch them very slowly muster, which is a shame. But then that gives us time to move everyone else into positions as well. Oh, goodness sake. In terms of the actual modding front, we have been in discussion as a team since I took a break to do all this house move stuff. But no actual modding, I believe, as yet has gone on, save for possibly a few tweaks here and there. My Dropbox hasn't been loading anything or syncing anything for a while. We use Dropbox if you're interested. But there are changes planned. There are changes planned. There we are, everyone's out. We've got to wait for the actual crews to follow up. But then we can group you all. Where did the elves go? Oh, well, they ran bloody miles away. Oh, and they've used that hill perfectly to their advantage. You jammy, pointy-eared buggers. Here's a challenge for you. Something that I've fallen foul of many times. I challenge thee to find me a single reference where Tolkien suggests elves have pointy ears. It's something we all take for granted. Even I myself, I say even I myself, I am nowhere near the expert that some of you think I am. I'm just an enthusiastic, well, amateur. But, you just naturally think elves have pointy ears, but I don't think Tolkien once suggests that they do. I'd be interested to, if anybody does know any passages where he speaks of pointy ears, I would be very interested to read it. Although it could just be inferred. I mean, do Alfar and Dokkulfar, is it Dokkulfar? I'm sure it's Alfar. The Norse elves, the Dark Elves and the Light Elves, I'm pretty sure it's Alfar and Dokkulfar, or Josselfar. Oh, I can't remember, that's a shame. Do they have pointy ears? Because if they do, then I would imagine it would lead on that the elves of Middle-earth do as well, because they are essentially based on them. Or they heavily are inspired by them. Get the crossbowman back here. Right, can you now fire? No, you still can't. Because the hill's in the way. Because the elves have bloody well done this perfectly. Alright, crossbows. I'm sure their generals don't actually shoot. No, they don't. So they haven't got a single archer in their whole army. So let's get you right up into their grill, so to speak. Get them annoyed, and then they'll run towards us. You're doing arcing shots when you are that close. Oh, they have really got unlucky with the terrain here, haven't they? No, you can shoot them. Yes! Right, they're coming. Run, 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 run. Also, our badass are getting ready to fire. Get out of their way. I'm not sure this is going to have gone to plan. Bugger. No, it absolutely has not. We are going to lose forces in this engagement. Artillery swordmen aren't having a good day though, are they? We've killed 30% of them, I mean, that's no small amount. And now we're almost certainly killing our own troops. Bugger, yes we are.
Our chances of victory with it.
Shoot them in the back. Come on. You there, you can turn and shoot them. Second you, what the hell.
Force remains.
Yes, even if one ballista shot is a kill, that's time well spent. It doesn't really matter if this garrison army gets taken down quite substantially as well. We have got a large army following along. And they've lost someone. What have we left on this left-hand side?
If we continue like this,
oh, quite a lot of artillery swordmen. There we are. All of our crossbows are getting involved now. Drop them all. Drop more than that.
Half our force remains.
Oh, good kill. And what of this last remaining general over here? Where is he? There are 13 of those Phallus Lords still fighting. This is also this stage of the game. This is of course a trash army of Adûnâim warriors, so we're not overly concerned if these die. They can be quite easily replenished, and we want to definitely hamper the elves' ability to muster and attack us. Right, ballast time. Return fire. Let's watch the carnage unfold, shall we? I'm sorry, men. Keep the elves there. I don't really care if we lose even our entire battalion taking these out. It will be worth it. The sound of the ballista bolts is so vivid, isn't it? So... just... it makes such a thwack. Right, there we are. You can stop firing that. And everybody that can attack a thing, hold down the Alt key to swap a ranged unit to a melee unit. Something I get asked all the time. Kill him. There are no elves left, my friend. You stand alone. Maybe he's talking with his mind and we're just privy to it. Someone will get him. It's going to take a little bit of time, but someone will get him. Maelstrom of Adûnâim bodies. Down he goes. Yes! That is actually quite a good payoff, I think. Crossbowman got 89 kills. The Ballaster got 9, that one got 18. We must have killed so many of our own, I didn't even look. Oh, I should say, if you are just joining us and you haven't seen any of the previous Adûnâim videos, or indeed if you just have forgotten where we're up to, we are almost certainly going to lose this campaign. That's pretty much a given, I'm afraid. But it's still going to be damn good fun as we try. If we can kill the dwarves, we've won. If we lose against the dwarves, of course, we have lost. Therein. Well done, men. And Basel Doom remains ours. Can't retrain those. What's our money situation like? Oh, we're doing alright, actually. Making some good money. What can you get? Master Masons, Archery, Barracks. I'm sure I've already got the Armory. Yes, I have. But we attacked them, that's why we didn't get anything there. And we can't get the next tier of army until it grows again in size. Oh no, that's a minor point. Right, I think we will also attack Captain Thulin, because we can't wait to let the dwarves group up in size. We should take him now while we've got this number advantage.
Raise our banners!
Arzagald's Tomb Protectors, Gabilgathol Hammerguard, Bronze Guard, Nogrod Pikes, Warriors and Shield Bearers and a Ballaster. Top it all off.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord.
Something that I do hope to do in the coming weeks is, even though it's only one episode, I do hope to complete the Heroes of Might and Magic Haven campaign. I know it's been a bloody long time coming, and I apologise for that. I was thinking about it, actually, the other day. But I do hope to do that. Just because I don't like the fact that that one was so close to being finished and then stopped. Whereas normally, if I abandon a campaign, it's way before it gets anywhere near the end. Right, we want to use normal archers to pepper the enemy, as we often do. Normal ones will pepper. Don't run away. And then we try and use the crossbows to really do the damage. Got some javelins to use as well. Now we attack them so they can sit back, which they will do. On top of this rather nice hill. We've got to factor that in. We're going to have to flank them. So at the minute, formation doesn't mean anything. Oh, no, wrong thing. Oh, bugger. Oh, I've ballsed that right up. I want you in groups. But then I want to be able to move you. There we are. It's Shift 1, not Control 1. Control 1 adds to the group. Like an idiot. Right, there we are. Start the battle. As expected, they're right in the middle, and they are going to just defend. So, we'll try and flank round from this hill here. So everyone move in. You might get shot at, but I don't think it will matter. Go a bit wider then for now, just in cases. Don't run. There we are. I'm hoping as well that you should hopefully hear the keyboard and the mouse a little less now, because my microphone is actually quite a lot further away from my keyboard and my mouse than it used to be. Although it does wobble, I've noticed, unfortunately. I need a better arm for it, really. I used to have it just on the desk, but it picked up any vibration in the desk. It was maddening. But now, being in the air a bit, it doesn't pick up the vibrations as much. For those that are interested, which I'm sure is not many, about the finer points of having a microphone. Now, yeah, look, they are just going to sit there. We might have to just endure the shots from their catapult, ballista crew, sorry. Right, I think we're in a position where we can start shooting at them now. So let's get our ranged units into position. You are going to be supported by these guys primarily, who can flank around down there. Take their Corsair Savages with you. You also don't need to be in that formation anymore. You guys go over there, and then I want the shielded ones. No, the generals will die. Take the armor-piercing guys. Right, I think we're in good positions. We're sort of ready. As I say, we will get shot at. We will just have to suck it up, I'm afraid. Corsairs up. Savages up. Yep, there they go, ballista bolts. But that's alright, we're in wide formation. Kill everything you can. They're really closing in on that left-hand side, aren't they? Right, you three. Move yourselves up. You men. Move right up, get a flank on. What's the kill total? 15% of them have gone down before we've even really done anything. And they're grouping up really stupidly. Just allowing our crossbows, every one will be hopefully hitting home. Right, you guys, get yourselves ready because you're about to get into a storm, I'm afraid. And I want you guys to flank around the side there. I should have left you over that side. I need to be a better commander, that's what I need. Right, there's tomb protectors at the back. You go just kill those. Change focus. 3 of you. Now's your time. Hit those bronze guard. Can you guys carry on with your javelins? Yeah, good. Right, that'll do for now. You guys go over there. You guys get involved there. 36%. Our armor-piercing forces come through the line. Maces ready, shields up. The thunder of their feet sounds through the valleys. And they clash with the tiny folk. The Adûnâim. Sindarin 4 dwarves. Yeah, those tomb protectors should hopefully go down. The ballista crew definitely will go down. What we need is just to get support on... Get those guys flanked. Oh, and there's hammer guards still there that haven't been dealt with yet.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Press the wrong button, and instead of pausing it, I sped the bloody game up. Shut them down. Shut them down. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Right, generals. Get involved. How are you guys doing? Oh, massacring them. Get involved as well. Where are those units over there? Oh, they're too far away, really. But you should all hopefully be shooting point blank into those Capilgathol. Yeah, they're under a real bombard. Oh, and our army here is winning. Any French listeners out there, many congratulations on your recent victory. Any Croatians out there, I highly doubt, but many congratulations on your victory. I think England should have beaten you, but unfortunately we croak. Whenever the situation calls for us to not croak, you can be sure we will croak. But to make it through to the semi-final for us is astounding, and we hold out high hopes for Euros 2020 and, of course, Qatar 2022. In November and December, if you have been living under a football rock, if you're interested in football and didn't know that the 2022 World Cup will be in November. Because, of course, Qatar is a bloody hot country, and it's almost impossible to do activity in the middle of the day there. I'm not paying much attention to this anymore because we have definitely won. I think you can probably stop all shooting now, and I also think you can probably all stop shooting now. Turn one of them to come in over. I tell you what, I know it's really stupid because you're ranged units, but just get everyone involved. Numbers.
The enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to
I don't care how many Gabhilgathol Hammer Guard there are, they're not going to survive against a swarm of just numbers, are they? The captain's gone down, and we've lost 10% of our force. Go on then, you can fire. Shoot what you can. The Gabhilgathol can't run away, which is why we're still fighting. And there it is. 170, that's excellent. Oh, one of them got a kill, well done. 102 kills, crossbowmen. They get the golden sword. Azrazaia Marines, 48 of them fell to friendly fire. That is an image of the elves awakening at Cuervenen. And of course there was no sun or moon when the elves awoke. And the light of the trees... I'm not even sure the light of the trees... I can't remember the exact timings. But the light of the trees, if the trees were set up at that time, did not stretch to Cuervenen. And the only light that the elves had were the stars themselves. And thus Vada, Queen of the Heavens, Elbereth, as she's known in Sindarin, becomes almost what you could consider their patron goddess.
No.
For upon they're literally lying on the ground when they awaken, and their first thing their eyes open to see is the stars beaming down on them from above.
My lord.
Right, well done, men. We've secured our borders temporarily, and we can give it an end turn and see what's going to happen.
Ships ready.
I think this fleet, I really don't know what to do with it. I mean, I know some of you said to cheese it, go back, take Thorin's halls, sell it to Mithlond, because then the dwarves will never get it back. And Mithlond won't do anything with it, but I am really tempted to take Mithlond. I know I would then just lose it though, that's the problem. And of course Círdan,
I respect you, my enemy.
Upon going rebel, that army would survive. They would just then be rebels. But if Mithlond were to fall to rebels, that I could abide, because then the dwarves will take ages to get it, and they'll just waste and waste and waste their armies against it. But we'll see. For now... Oh, hang on. What's this here? Oh, I missed him all that time. We really needed our army here to do better. Oh, well, bugger that. Right, Adûnâim. Get your army. Where are we going to go? Someone did say to avoid going into the Shire. Apologies, I always forget the names. But whilst the Shire is relatively wealthy, it's a right bugger to hold on to it. And I suppose from a defensive or an aggressive point of view, the dwarves aren't mustering any armies here, so we don't actually need to worry about troops. So we could just push through and go up for Karaskalain and all the way up there, or even all the way to Adûnâim. We could hold in those places damn well. We can rebuild Adûnâim as well. We're one of the few nations that can. Oh no, Adûnâim doesn't get rebuilt, is it? It's Fornost. But we can rebuild Fornost. I don't know. I'm tempted to go for Karaskalainen, but the map unfortunately lies, and the dwarves actually own almost all of Eriador. So no matter where we go, we're going to be attacked. We could go for Bree, but then the Dwarven Heartland is up there, and that's what we want to shut down. So don't have someone selected when you're moving around the map, because as you can see, it slows down the camera. So at the minute, we're moving totally freely, but I select Adûnâim, and all of a sudden, the camera really locks up, because it is calculating the fastest route to your cursor all the time. So wherever your cursor is going, the game is calculating how to move that general there. But as soon as you just deselect him, it's free. Right, so this is what do we do. Our army here in Corwillishar can muster and move over and take out Groin. That's not a problem. Groin. Unfortunately, it is Groin. the acute or obtuse accent, whichever one it is, does not denote different sounds like an umlaut does, I'm afraid. Or a diaeresis. Sorry, anyway, that's totally that's nothing. I'm so tempted to go for a numinous because it's so iconic, but I don't think we could actually really use it. I'm not sure we can do much there. Whereas Kalainen is at a sort of crossroads and protected by a lot more rivers. Oh, I think I will. First of all, we'll merge everyone that we can merge. And we'll take what we can to bolster this army. 4 more units we can take. Savages, crossbows, archers. And I'll take your halberdiers. Right, we've got next turn. We'll go Karaskalainen. We'll push into the Dwarven Heartland. The rest of you get to Cor Willishar, where we will group you up, and then we'll move you west to stop Groin's advance. But there is quite a sizable army about to be stationed in there. But here we go. I've been so hesitant to end the turn. I just don't want to do it. It is absolutely boiling in England at the moment as well. Another reason why I've been putting off returning to the video. I've got to have the windows closed because I talk quite loudly, and I live in a terraced house now, and I used to live in a detached house with quite a sizable garden, so I never had to bother worry about annoying neighbours. About annoying the neighbours, sorry, context. But now I live in the middle of a terrace, of a 3-line of terraced houses. And so I have neighbours both sides. And so I don't want to be that kind of neighbour. You should try and get along with everyone. It certainly makes life easier. Right, the dwarves did exactly as expected. Christ alive, Callan. Now what kind of an army is that? War declared. Dale and Canned. That's interesting. And oh, dwarves of Khazad-dûm like me. And Bregos has built some communal farming. Our farming heartland continues to pump out wealth and riches for the Adûnâim. Oh dear. There's the dwarves. Callan's army is so big.
Rip off your head and spit down your neck.
They don't have any generals though, do they? This is a key thing to take away. We're going to have to move out immediately, so...
Your will, my lord. My lord. Your will, my lord. Your will, my lord.
I'm only going to take the general and the archers. Cool, Willishar doesn't like us. Why do they hate me so much? Oh, Farazan's faithful in 5 turns. Oh, we're losing money.
Your will, my lord. Yes, my lord. We can't get there.
You guys can go to Cor Willishar. Right, Adûnâim. You might as well sack Undertowers on the way through, get some money for it. How long until Carlin? Oh, well, bugger. We might have to just meet Carlin in the field. Carlin. But our Harland army, I think we will move over to take Midland because we can attack it without Círdan getting involved, which means we can beat. And then if we just raise the tax rate, move our army out, sack it, it will almost certainly rebel and it will not join the dwarves. Yay, we get our garrison army. Oh, and they're not that good. 2 ballista units, which are immediately wasted. Oh yeah, I think we should win this actually. This will probably end this episode. I'm aiming for about 45 minutes today. I was hoping to make the first few episodes longer, but unfortunately events on this Monday evening have gone against me, and I'm rapidly running out of time. I'm afraid. But I will be overall freer to do videos as and when I choose. Now there's a bloom effect present as they look on at the town which they are besieging. These bloody stunted folk. Now we've got our own ballista crews as well, which is not really of any use today. Oh, you're already in position. Perfect. Yeah. Right. Well, crossbows, you might as well stay on the wall and shoot them, I suppose, because the ballistas are going to come for the gate, and you might be able to hit them straight off the bat. The rest of you, we will create have to get our general involved as well, but I want to try and use the... I don't really know how to use the ballistic crews. What's the best method to try and use them will be? I don't think we're going to be able to use them very much really at all. Right, you there. Just move to there. And the one that's down here, move to there. And see if you can't shoot across over the way already. So you guys stand... We need to give enough room for the ballister crew over there to be able to shoot over the top of you. That's the plan. You're going to go there. And you're going to come in from the flank. Oh, our crossbows are firing. Even if arcing shots, I'll take... Because you take so long to use up all your ammo. Oh, they're breaking down the wall, not the gate. Move out of the way. If they start shooting this wall, we need to get off of it immediately. Because your troops have a nasty tendency to die when they... when the walls go down. I don't know what they're shooting at now. Oh, they are shooting the tower. Oh, well, let them. Waste your shots, friends. You're never going to be able to shoot from there. What are you trying? Yeah, you're in a good position. Right, here they come. Yes, hit those missile units. But then we'll get you off the wall when they get near. Right, now come off the wall.
Our enemy's ladders have reached our walls. It's time for butcher's work.
Right, that's alright, that's alright. They are coming for the gate. Oh, they never broke through the wall, of course. Our ballister crews there got a single shot off before they became totally useless to us.
Curses! The enemy are battering down our gates!
Let them! You might as well fire. Who's shooting at us? Oh, scouts.
The enemy's ram has breached the gates!
Oh, but there's broad-beam
The
missiles.
walls are no longer ours. The enemy
Fire.
have taken them.
Oh, that's not
If we
good.
continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
That's not good at all, is it? That's much better. Yes, keep firing into the gate. Another couple of those perfect shots, please. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, you're doing wonderfully.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, you've got it now. You've got it now.
The enemy general lies
Oh, another great shot. Oh, and the enemy captain's gone down. Yeah, we won this. So much so, in fact, let's pause it. Do that. Run you over there.
The battle is very much in our favour.
Just
Victory
completely
will
get
be
out of their
ours.
way. Towers still belong to us. They're firing into the back of the dwarves. As those morons keep trying to just shoot us. Finish off those broadbeam wardens.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
You guys get involved as well. Just give them the final little breaker. There we are. Don't go out. No, I said do not go out. You appear to have done what I just said not to do. Get the crossbows up. There's a job now for the ballista crews. We just need to get these scouts dead. Yes, there we are. You shoot the large gathering of them. Don't shoot the tiny... the ones actually manning the ballast. Idiots. That's right, you want to do that. You do you, actually. You do you. Also, though, if you could try and shoot the living, breathing things, not their wooden contraptions. I say it a lot, and I mean it every time I say it, but I bloody wish this game had fire, attack ground, rather than attack target. Switch up, shoot those ones instead. Ballista crews seem to have unbelievable morale. This happens with almost all of these Dwarven games. The crews of the siege weapons are always the last standing. I don't get where they get it from. Oh, there we are, they're off. So ends this day. So no, there's no point even chasing them. Just come and stand back there and it's over in a few moments. Glorious victory. And that means our army does not have to come over, which means we can defend Cor Willishar, touch wood.
Our foe is utterly vanquished.
Bloody phenomenal victory.
Remember it as the day
129, 156 for the crossbows. That's blinding. That catapult, that ballista crew getting shots down the gullet of the gate was so lucky. Totally turned the tide there, that did. That, I'm sure many of you will know, is an image of the Ents attacking the Orthanc, which is, of course, the name of the tower itself. Isengard is more kind of the place rather than the tower, but the actual tower is called the Orthanc.
Victory in your name, my lord.
With rock and stone. Well, that's the dwarves taken care of. We'll get to see where Carlin went. And I'll just do a quick toggle fog of war to remind everybody where we are. In regards who's fighting whom, what's happening where. Ah, General comes of age. He speaks of loyalty, but he rarely displays it. But no, sorry, you're not welcome in our armies. Alright, we'll just finish off the bits and bobs that we're doing in this turn.
Taking the troops ashore.
Your order.
Merge together. What do we want from this army then? I want the best you've got.
My lord.
I say that. I want the units that are the most full.
My lord. Boarding. A fine day to sail. We can go no further.
The rest of you.
Ships ready.
A sizable Corsair army is off to Mithlond, which can attack it in the next turn, which is good. Carlin has disappeared into the Maya, but we're going to press on with the Adûnâim for our initial plan. And the rest of you are going to move back to Cor Willishar, where you can all be retrained. That won't work. No, it does work with it's armor upgrades, isn't it? It's armor upgrades. You don't have a guild, do you? No, yeah, it's the blacksmith. Oh, melee weapon bonus from the Dark Temple. You're not training anything. You're not training anything. We are making money, but it all kicks. Oh yes, you defended Karbalakan. Well done, Dunland. We turned back the dwarves. See, until we toggle fog of war, it actually looks like things are going all right, and then you see that. You see the vast blue empire stretching up to the very borders of the world itself. but not actually. If we can keep winning victories turned in our favour, we can grind the dwarves down. And let's not forget that, as mentioned a moment ago, all 5 of these provinces are currently useless to the dwarves. They can't train a single unit from these 5 places. And that is a fairly large chunk of their empire. Fornost Orion is currently held by the Adûnâim, which will act as a little bit of a block if someone could take perhaps Ossul and Bree. That cuts across into the side there. Now in the south, Isengard are at war with Mordor. They have pretty much stalemated here on the river at the edge of the East Fold, Aldburg in the Fold. And Gondor and Dol Amroth are hanging on by an absolute thread. Dol Amroth owning Gobel, Tolfalas and Dol Amroth itself, and Gondor now only having Itheland. And Isengard and Mordor fight over that as well. We've just learned, of course, that the Variags of Khand, whose nation stretches right up, they are now Rune in all but name. They are now at war with Dale, who hold only 3 provinces, Grasgard, Bergram and Berkaupis. The dwarves, I believe, are at war with Dale, which is affecting that. This is, if I'm not mistaken, a Total War campaign, or is this one not Total War? I can't remember. No, the Lorien one is, and this one isn't. So the dwarves are not at war with Dale. The dwarves of Erebor are allied to Dale. There they are. This is a normal alliances game, except Isengard and Mordor have gone to war. Oh, and the Misty Mountains are at war with Dol Guldur as well. Which we could actually really do with the Misty Mountains being at war with Eredluin and going to peace with Dol Guldur, but we'd need some trickery to get that to happen. Our meagre alliance, me and Dunland fighting against Eredluin. Dunland and I are both allied to Isengard, which is why Dunland is not focusing south at all, and neither am I, because we don't need to, because we're allied. But they have also got the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, who are in Ostin Athil, constantly pestering Dunland on that edge. But Kharbalakan is Dunland's real stronghold in the north here. Mengelon is not really anything to sing or write home about, so they won't be defending that for too long. I shouldn't have thought. But that is the lay of the land, that is the way of the world, and that is the end of the episode. So I do hope you've enjoyed this little return to the videoing universe. As I say, there'll be another one of these, and 2 Lothlorien to get back into the sort of swing of it with some nice simple DaC videos. And then next week I hope to bring us another lore video, with lore videos featuring a bit more prominently as we now move on. And then I'll throw a few random ones in there, a few others, things like Warhammer, possibly even Age of Empires, finishing off the Haven campaign, things like that. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navair Naden Pedimad Melunin. I want to say Kair Ralph, and I'm trying to think about how I can fit it in. Navair Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell. Kair Ralph.